Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. Episode 154. 154, yeah. So, today, this episode of Gunpla TV, I got a couple little things we're going to show. Not one big thing, a couple little things. I do have the Gundam Airmaster that came out last week. We're going to be talking about the Airmaster and the transformation. And we're also going to talk about Youkai Watch.
Youkai Watch,
the newest, biggest thing in Japan right now. And of course,
you have no idea how
there's
big.
Plamo.
Yes,
So
there is.
We'll talk about this a little bit more later on. And Ryan, is there something you want to talk about?
I'm going to be talking about the Sea Pig, but just give me a second. I just want to mention the blog HobbyLink TV and a couple of really cool posts we have about the
Wonderfest?
Wonderfest.
That's right.
By our good friend Cacophonous. He was there, took a bunch of photos, and there is some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah, Wonderfest is always...
One day we're going to sit and I will have to go, because they seem to be releasing a lot of new items there these days as well.
They're using that as a platform to like show the public what's kind of coming. They used to kind of hold back from that, but now Wonderfest is one of those things like Gundam Expos and things like that, where you're seeing a lot of stuff.
Some very cool stuff. But Sid, should I just open up this?
You want to go right into the pig, Ryan?
Yeah, I love going in the pig.
Cool.
Okay, Sid, so here we have the Snake Eye Reconnaissance type Sea Pig.
Yeah.
Now this is a Mac K kit, so keep that in mind, people. You'll need to paint.
You'll need cement.
Actually, you will need skills.
Cement and sandpaper and tools.
Yeah, you will need. I mean, it's just grey. It's just a flat grey. I mean, you get the pilot as well there.
Yeah, when it comes to like Mac stuff, you can't really show too much on the unboxing, but you can show like, of course, the color guides and the markings. That's what everybody wants to kind of see, right? Hold on.
There's your markings.
Oh, lots of choices there. I like it.
And let's just pop open the manual quick. Well, I mean, you can see your color guide here, so it's. You have to be skilled. Now, actually, on HobbyLink TV, someone is putting this together for me and painting it.
Nice.
So I'll keep you posted about when this is done. You can actually see what it looks like.
Okay.
Finished. Well, so that is the Sea Pig.
Sweet.
What have you got for us today?
Well, I have two kits actually. Let me bring the first one out here. First one's from Gundam Build Fighters. Let's see. Amazing Exia. And look, it says PPSE Works Meijin Kawaguchi. Now, is that the Kawaguchi sensei that we always see at the Gunpla Expos? You know, the balding guy with the apron?
Is that his special?
He's a Meijin, apparently. You know, he's famous. But anyway, this is the amazing Exia. It's part of Gundam Build Fighters. And this might be more your thing, Ryan, from Gundam Unicorn, which you watched a lot of recently.
I did, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yes, here's the Rozen Zulu. Now, it's been released before, but this is actually the episode 7 version. Oh. So it's going to have a lot of the same things, you know, we saw the first time. I actually think this is one pretty cool kit and pretty bulky for an HG, but look at the size of the box, right?
I'm trying to remember. Sorry, guys.
I'm just going to have to watch it again.
I have to watch it again.
Okay.
There was a lot of Gundam there.
All right. So, you know, only 2 kits this week, no worries. And HG at that. Big one comes at the end of the month, but... Speaking of HG, I have the Airmaster here. And this guy does transform, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the Airmaster and show everybody the transformation. Okay, now with the Airmaster, the first thing you notice when you build it is that the wings are kind of, they're part of the kit, but they're not. Like, for example, you can take off the whole assembly. Sorry, it's supposed to come off on this peg. But, these wings can just come off and kind of be on their own here, and you can have like a kind of naked Airmaster, but of course for him to be transforming he needs to be on here. So I'll drop him on like this, and you can see these missiles are meant to come off, but we'll put them on for now too. So I mentioned, I believe already, that this guy isn't a part swapper, meaning that he's going to transform into his flight mode just as he is here. You don't need any extra parts. So what I'm going to do for now is just kind of take off the rifles. I don't need them until later. And also the head comes off, and you don't need this for later either. Now, come on buddy. Head comes off like so, and this front piece comes off, but you will use that piece later. So right now he's looking kind of, well, Ichabod Crane-ish, I guess. Sleepy Hollow. He's headless here. So what you're going to do, of course, you flip these up here. They only go up until this part. You don't have to worry about them kind of going too far. They will stop there. Bring these around like so, the wings. Bring it from the side, from the back to the sides. This guy wants to come off here. Stay on, buddy. And flip them up like that, and then you can flip the entire torso up like this. And you can see the arms will go as well. Well, I can just put these back. That's easy enough. So now he's kind of taking shape here. We obviously know what he's going to be because the next stage is this, right? The cockpit. And now you're left like something like this. Very much like the wing Gundams, of course. You are going to do what you do with the HG wing, and you're going to flip that around, and you can then bend the feet into their proper position, like so. And of course, the knees do that thing the knees do on HG kits to kind of bend the wrong direction, but there they are. Now, once you do that, it's basically finished, but you're going to flip it over because, for one, you need to replace this piece you took off of the torso. It goes right down here, and it will stay there, providing I get it lined up properly. Like that. The head, as I mentioned before, isn't used, but the hands are now, or the rifles are. I'm going to plug them in. I'll leave the hands on for now, because it's not that big deal to me. And just like that, you're finished. Now, you can see it takes a considerably less amount of time to do something like this than it does with the part swapping that we saw with the Delta Plus and the Delta Gundam. So just like that, I mean, you have an action base, you plug it on there, and you've got your flying Airmaster. There you go, Ryan Airmaster. Master of the air.
I wouldn't make any jokes about it
Master. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, anyway. Now, I want to talk about, not Nightwish, but I want to talk about the next thing I have on the table here. Youkai Watch. Now, for those who don't know, you must be living in a cave
if you're
somewhere.
not living in Japan, you don't know.
Yokai Watch is the biggest thing in Japan since Pokemon, and it's basically the same thing. Like, there's hundreds of characters, and you can collect these things. Now, people might not be familiar with the toys or the models or even the story, so I've actually got a synopsis of the story right here. Do you mind if I read it really quickly here? Yeah. One day, while searching for bugs in the woods in Sakura Newtown, based on Scuba Ibaraki, if you care, a boy named Keita Amano, or in video games, a girl named Fumio Kodama, came across a peculiar capsule machine next to a sacred tree. When he opens one of the capsules up, it brings forth a yokai named Whisper, who gives Keita a device known as a Youkai Watch. Using this, Keita is able to identify and see various different yokai that are haunting people and causing mischief. Together, Keita and Whisper start making friends with all sorts of yokai, which she can summon to battle against the more ill-intentioned yokai that happen to live in his town, haunting the residents and causing terrible trouble.
So they're ghosts.
So, yeah, well, I guess they're ghosts, but they can come and, you know, be your friend, unless they're not your friend, in which case you can get your friend yokai to fight the other yokai, and maybe if you win, he becomes your yokai.
So as you can imagine, it's a lot of cards, probably.
Well, they're doing away with that kind of cards, and instead you get this little, it's called a medal, and you actually plug it into the watch, which you can wear on your wrist, which is very, very sizable, and every kid wants
sizable.
5.
It's freaking huge.
It's
I mean, it could wrap around a kid's neck.
It's bigger than the iWatch, maybe. But you plug every
way
medal,
bigger.
Every medal represents
Cheaper.
one yokai. And you plug it in, and it makes the saying of that yokai's voice.
Yeah.
And you don't actually fight; you just kind of wear it. But apparently, if you go to the arcade with your watch and hold it next to the machine, then you can bring up that character in the arcade game and Game Center game. And
People queue for these medals.
to get these, you'll have like grandmas and grandpas lining up for 2 hours outside of the
Toys R
department
Us,
store.
a long queue. Even on our website, we sold
and they will they'll get their 1 bag or 2 bag of medals, which is like 4 of them, and then they'll get back in line hoping to get some more. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. And anyway, of course, this is a Bandai product, so that means they've got Plamo as well. So here you've got, what is it, Jibanyan, who's
Jibanyan.
Jibanyan. And Nyan,
if you don't want
a cat.
Nyan, it's what a cat does.
That's what the cat says. What does the cat say?
Every ad in Japan with a cute girl has a tail, and she goes, Nyan.
Many of them do. Okay, here's Robo Nyan, so the robot, the robot cat. And here's Bushi Nyan, for those who don't know. Bushi is the other way to read the kanji for samurai. So you can see he's got the kabuto on here. Looks like Date Masamune maybe. He's got a sword there. But we get away from that here. We got, what's this guy? Cupie. Cupie sounds like cute, doesn't it? And it looks really much like a Pokemon.
Looks like a tentacle monster, no?
Well, you are in Japan. All right, we've got... Oh, wait, that's a Pokemon. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, that's yesterday's news.
That's right, and we've got, what is Komajiro. Here's Komajiro. He's got something on his head. Maybe horns, maybe
special
feces.
power.
I don't know.
Maybe he's an OP.
Yeah, we realized that, I realized that we haven't actually kind of talked about this on the show, and it's a plastic model, and that's what we kind of show here. So I thought, you know what, Ryan, I'm going to build one of these Youkai Watch ones, and we'll show everybody how it goes together. So it's not a live stream, but I'm going to be building it all in one shot. So just allow me to get ready for that.
Sweet. Cool.
All right, Youkai Watch Jibanyan. We're going to build it on Gunpla TV here, and you can see I got the manual, and when you look at the box, you kind of think it's going to be like an SD kit, and yeah, that's true, although it's slightly bigger because the parts are slightly bigger. But the manual isn't like a Gundam manual. It's actually kind of like a comic book, like we saw in maybe the LBX kits. You can see, you just follow the steps here, and you can build your own little Jibanyan. And there's details in the back saying, oh, you don't need cutters, just pull the parts right off here. Well, okay, let's follow their example. And here's the runners. I'll show you guys the runners, right? Here's A1. You can see I'm getting faces here. I get to swap faces here. This is obviously the head. You can see this piece is quite a bit bigger than the normal parts we find in SD kits. And there's the other part of the head and another face. Now this part here, I was wondering what it was, but it looks like it's supposed to be a book. And you get to make that by putting on these stickers. Now if you look at these stickers, you can see this kanji says, what is it? KB Shashinshu? What is it? It looks like a collection of photographs from KB. Is that a girl band? Like, look at these cat-eared girls here, but they're all faceless. This is kind of getting creepy here. I don't know what to do, but here's the various eye stickers and faces you're going to make. And all right, we also get this piece. It's got a stand on it and some flames, because apparently this Youkai Watch Whisper Ghost Spirit guy has flames he can use, and one yellow piece here. Okay, so. Well, let's just follow the manual here and start building. Remember, you don't need any side cutters, although I would probably suggest if you're an adult to use them. But if you're a child, feel free to start twisting these runners off to get these pieces. All right? Now, first step is this is the back of the head, and I'm going to actually take this piece here and plug it in. And you might wonder, like, oh, why are you doing that? Well, it definitely is not because I need something inside to support the head, right? It's just plastic snap fit. Like, I just don't need that. And I'm going to have to choose a face. So I guess I'm gonna go with this one. Looks good enough for now. We'll put it on here like this. Now, why do I have this little part in the back that we put in the middle? That's because you get to push on it, and the face comes off. So when it comes time to actually do the face swapping, especially for a child who has small fingers and might not be able to get in here and kind of pull this part off, you can just push and that part will come off. That is pretty cool. Kudos to Bandai for that. So there's the head. Let's move on to the body here now. The body is, of course, some more parts. There's actually a ball joint here, and I thought, oh, it's going to be for arms. You plug arms onto that ball joint. Well, no, not really. You can see you put the main body together here like this. See if I get it lined up properly. Like so. There's this little hole right here. That's for this very, very, very tiny blue part. So hopefully it doesn't go flying when I pull it off with my fingers. Plug it in. And there it is, kind of like a bell. Reminds me of, who's that guy? That famous kind of robot cat? Doraemon. Yeah, it reminds me of that here. Now plug this in here, and I think I got it backwards. Hold on. Got it backwards. Plug it in like so, because you want this little part, so you can hardly see it. So kind of like a little dent in here. You want that at the back, and this at the front like so. Why is that? Okay, well, let me put the arms on first, and I'll tell you the rest of it here. Now there's one arm. Here's a second one. Come on, you. Put it on like so. And there's actually a little kind of, how do you say, opening in this hand here. And I think that's because when you sticker up the book, you can actually get him to kind of hold on to it if you put him in there like this. So he's like reading his book. Yeah, that's alright, I guess. But I still got legs to put on this guy. Now you've put the arms on, and you're going to put the legs on. Kind of click this in here. Okay, and then you realize, oh, this he's not going to be able to stand up at all. That's a problem, isn't it? Well, that's why they give you the stand, right? But there's a little trick to it. So here's the stand, and here is a rather interestingly shaped piece. This is actually meant to kind of fit right in there, like this, and then you plug this little hole into the ball joint here, and this guy will, of course, stand up, and you can get the legs to line up kind of on in these hollows here. If you line it up properly, he should kind of sit in there. So there he is, like that. And I guess I'll take these flames, make them as well. And once you make these, they just kind of drop onto these. So I'll probably put them on first just to save myself some trouble here. Come on, get in there. Now, you think you're done, right? Well, you got the most important step, and that is kind of determining what to do with this guy's face. You know, I have options for the eyes. You can see, you know, we talk about this, what, the sleepy eye here, or the kira eye. I guess he's all, how do you say, in love with what he's seeing kind of thing. He's all dreamy. You've got, this could be the angry eyebrows here. And also this eyebrow, when you see this kind of triangle, it's supposed to mean that he's really shutting his eyes, so he's going to be really angry, or he's going to be in pain perhaps. And maybe that's what I'm going to go with right now. Let me just drop these on here. 1. 2, and I still have the sticker on mouth, and because of the shape of the mouth, I'm gonna probably use this sticker now. Maybe I should have used tweezers, but you know, if I'm not using side cutters because I can just pull the parts off with my hand, then tweezers seem a little bit of a stretch, right? So there you go. There's the face. I'll drop him on here. Youkai Watch. Yeah. There you go. Youkai Watch. Get your wallets out and get in line.
Yeah.
It's the only way to get this stuff.
Paying. And let us know if you play the game and
yep.
if you do see any of this overseas yet.
Yeah. What's the kind of reaction in your country to this kind of thing?
People enjoy it. Is it going to be as big as Pokemon?
It's got a ways to go. Pokemon has a longevity.
They're just releasing another movie now.
I know. It just keeps going.
It's crazy.
Going. Okay, so let's talk, you know, comments, questions, and stuff. But Ryan, I got a question for you. You get up to anything this weekend?
Well, I watched What You're Drinking.
Yeah? What coincidence, I also watched.
And I think Sid and I, do we concur that
we concur.
Godzilla is amazing?
It's a fantastic film.
I loved it.
I really loved it, and I didn't kind of know what to expect. I had not been watching trailers or hints and teasers and stuff.
No spoilers.
I just went to the theater and watched it and was blown away.
Yeah, that was my kind of movie. It wasn't over the top. It was just well done. It was like...
I did expect to see like this kind of special effects extravaganza monster battle movie, and it was that towards the end. But I think what I liked the best about that is they kind of saved that as much as they could.
Yeah, when they cut off to like TV monitors and stuff. Yeah.
Because I think that the one message that he's trying to send out there with this movie is that like there's nature and then there's humanity, and sometimes humanity has no real control over nature, and so when you see humanity in this movie, like they're struggling to run away from rubble or whatever else, and then you see Godzilla's foot come in, and it's just that moment of that interaction kind of thing, and that human, well, you can't do nothing, buddy.
I mean, he showed respect to the original Godzillas as well, but just to the people out there, like, I know Godzilla came out 3 months ago in your country.
We just got it now.
We just got it. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Godzilla, where's he from? Some famous country created that guy. Yeah, and...
yeah, it was like strangely made in Japan, well, the originals, but yeah, so we were a bit behind the times, but we thoroughly enjoyed it, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's probably coming out in Blu-ray.
Yes,
You guys are.
It's coming out in Blu-ray next month, October.
October.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pick it up. Should we do something?
We have toys now, by the way.
We have a ton of
now
toys.
that movie's released in Japan, we're starting to see the merchandise roll in.
But even at the cinema, you get this guy, and he is a very solid piece of plastic. Yeah. I mean, in the States or wherever, like, did you have such good quality mugs at the cinemas?
That's what I noticed about
this is really good, like, dense
Japanese cinema. Like, it's been 10 years since I went to a movie in Canada, but in Japan, like, when I first got here, I went to see a movie. Like, they have merchandise centers in the theater.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you go in there and you can get the Godzilla toys or the stuffed animals or the keychains or the
Miyazaki
business card
stuff.
cases or anything you want. Bottle caps. Like, it's just this huge. Of course, it's this money making thing.
But the quality of this, we'll get close-ups, but the quality is. I mean, it's almost like a proper fiction.
And I went to see it opening night. I caught a late show, 9:30. And I didn't realize this was there, but I said to the person at the counter, like, I want the Godzilla glass. I want the Godzilla glass. And she had to actually go in the back and open this up, because I think I was the first person to, like, purchase this at the theater.
I went with 7 people, 6 boarded it, but I was the guy who didn't.
And you regret it now, don't you?
I do, because it's actually really, really...
Don't worry, we're going to see it again.
I know.
All right, questions?
Questions. Merc.
Yep.
Great video yet again. Wish I could make it to Comic-Con to see the Beast, but not going to happen this year. That Rezo would look great on my shelf with some custom colors, by the way.
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. Do you want to read the next question? Because it's also from Comic-Con. Okay. Comment.
Subpar model.
Hey, that's me. Did I write that?
Hey, Sid and Ryan. Nice vid. I went to the HRJ booth at Comic-Con and met Scott, as well as buying over $150 worth of kits, including an MG Turn X, an RG ZGOC, an RG Exia, the 1100 Gundam F92L type, and the MG Jester. Scott ended up giving me a Neo Zeong bag, as I would have been unable to carry them myself.
So there you go. Comic-Con just happened last weekend.
What's the news, Sid?
We were there. I just want to say, like, thanks to the people who showed up at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, and go to our HobbyLink TV Facebook page.
Yeah, some people were posting the pictures of themselves with that Neo Zeong. I guess they were doing this and not this. And like we asked, and this reminds me that we are going to be doing a draw next week for who wins those Neo Zeong bags. This gentleman got one. So,
and to just a reminder, to win, you need to pose with your box or your completed Neo Zeong.
You have a week left. If you've got the Neo Zeong and you've picked it up and you're going to build it, take a picture of yourself with it, put it on HobbyLink TV Facebook, and you're entered to win, and we'll be giving away some bags. That's cool.
But so we might.
Yes, I guess the pressure has been mounting.
If the gods are shining upon us next year.
It looks like next year Comic-Con, Ryan and I will be making an appearance.
Possibly.
It's been being talked about right now.
Talked about.
So.
So now's your chance.
That's right.
We will give you like months in advance notice if we are going.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you're gonna be there in America. In San Diego. Come say hello.
Yeah, we'll be floating around with a camera like we always do. And that's the plan, anyway. The tentative plan. No autograph sections as far as I know.
But, yeah,
I'm excited already.
Yeah.
I'm excited already.
So make plans.
Make plans. It's a date.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue.
Next. VJ88. What's up, Sid? I'm building my first PG strike, not painting it. It is a good idea for me to dry brush it at armor area using ink from Gundam markers.
Yes, if you want to try to do kind of like that dry brush look, you can use Gundam markers. A lot of, if you look at the Hobby Magazine tutorial section, a lot of times they say like take that Gundam marker and like, you know, empty it into like a paint tray kind of thing, and then you take a brush, or in this case a toothbrush, and you can do the dry brushing with that. Just make sure you take a lot of the excess off on paper first.
Dry brushing is
awesome. You go.
I recommend
dry brushing is really good, especially on surfaces like PG frames and stuff like that, which have so much detail. You almost need to dry brush it to kind of bring all that out.
It's a very easy effect. So do it. Next. Wangmaster said, Wangmaster likes Airmaster.
I wanted that comment to be read because anybody who wants to call themselves Wangmaster is okay in my book. And he chose
I think we're going to see a lot of Wangs now.
No comment.
Hey Sid and Ryan, great episode as always. Glad to see 2 of the giveaways are RG kits. After doing the RG Exia, I feel it's the most bang for buck grade out there. Any opinions about it?
Yes.
I would definitely give MG kits a try out there, but sadly I have no more space around to display a 1/100th kit. Just wondering, how do you, Sid and Ryan, display your kits? Do you buy those glass cabinets like those from IKEA. Strange you should mention that. Or just display them on shelves. Can't wait for the next video.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about the RG line, like his comment. He says it's the best bang for the buck line.
I agree.
And I agree. I mean, you're getting MG/PG detail in some cases in that HG size. So it's only, 2,500 yen retail price.
And it's way cheaper than the action figures. Like if you want to get a Gundam action figure.
If you were to buy, like, say, the Exia or whatever.
Yeah.
It's, of course, the best bang for your buck. They just look so good. And, like he says, they're small. So if you're buying MGs, they're going to take up space. If you're buying HGs or RGs, significantly less space.
I would like them to be slightly bigger, but I get it.
Yeah. And how do you display your kits, Ryan? That was the question.
I went to the 100 yen shop,
Yeah.
and I buy this like shelves that you can just buy 100 yen and you just stack them.
Oh, yeah.
So as I just stack the shelves, I put kits on. Very cheap. I saw the IKEA glass display cabinet, but because of earthquakes,
I know, you don't
I'm
want too
really
much
scared
glass
to have a big glass thing next to me.
Well, I actually used to display them on my desk at work here, and then we had the big earthquake, and they all ended up on the floor, and some in pieces and some broke. The ones that I really want to protect, I actually keep here at work in that big display case we have downstairs that never falls. And other than that, I might have some floating around at home on a desk or whatever else. But I tend to try and box them up back in the box as nice as I can.
And give them away.
Kind of thing. Oh, and yeah, of course, some are being given away.
Actually, getting back to that, like there are some good quality glass display cases that I would have no problem with in Japan with earthquakes. But I went to IKEA and I pushed the case a little, and it's a little bit So, yeah, that's why it's cheap. Next, 350 ZMEX. Give me some Gundams. Thanks.
No. Next.
Okay, MYK 1997. With you guys, the other half of 2014 gonna be awesome. Praise Gunpla TV for their hard work and dedication to this awesome hobby. Hey Sid, can you speak French? Just wondering. From a random support in the vast land of Canada.
Canada. Can I speak French? No and yes. No. I, of course, being Canadian, studied French in school. And I did, I really liked it. I did pretty well for a couple of years, like grades 10, 11. And then, you get out into the real world. And if you're not living in, say, Eastern Canada,
or
Quebec,
France.
Or France, or any of those colonies that France had at some
Mozambique
point in time,
or Ghana.
Your French is going to disappear pretty quickly. And I found, especially after I came to Japan, like, if I try to think in French, like, what's that word in French? Like, the Japanese word comes up first, so it's kind of all gone. I'm a little bit disappointed, but...
I had the same with German.
Yeah.
Studied it a lot, but when I left South Africa...
Languages, use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it.
So I unfortunately lost it, but I'm using another one. So does that count for anything?
Yes, that other one is pushing everything out of your brain.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
Say,
so
what do
we got here? Well, we got kits to give away, Ryan. Remember we talked about the RG Justice.
The
there
RG
it is,
giveaway.
done by Sid. Yep. So we had 403 comments. 403 comments on episode
and random
153. And the random number generators chose number 400. 400 to 403.
Who was our lucky winner?
It goes to Salazmar578. And he says, hey guys, great video. My birthday just passed and I ordered about 6 items from HLJ, so it'd be cool to get another one for free. Happy birthday. You win. The gods are smiling on you. I'm not going to pack this in your box with the other 6 ones. I don't know what's happening with that. It's not my thing. But I will, of course, be emailing the winners saying, send me your address. Okay, so Justice is out of the way. Congratulations to Salzmar. Next guy, RG Freedom. Where are you, buddy? RG Freedom. There he is. This one you've got to decal and panel line and do everything yourself. This one went to number 188.
188.
And it's Oleg Karfidov. And he says, great episode as always. Good luck to everybody. That's good sportsmanship right there. He's a good winner.
Yeah, he's
a good winner. Okay, last one. Last one is a Rezel. It's HG, not RG. RG Rezel.
The Rezel.
It's the Defensor, yes. Type C Defensor Unit B or whatever it is. It's a big hefty dude. Now, this one, it goes to comment number 351. It's Meister Randall.
Meister Randall.
Meister Randall. You know, actually, after he won this, I typed Meister into the search just to see if he's not spamming, like I always do. And there was a Meister Randall and a Meister D and a Gunpla Meister. There's lots of Meisters commenting on.
That's a good name.
I do. I agree. Okay, so
I want to be a Meister.
Meister Randall. He got a long ways to go. He said, "I'm impressed by the movement of the ZGAW."
Oh.
There you go. See,
Well, so you are impressed.
Yeah, and now
So
you get free stuff. Okay, so I'll be contacting you. And of course, you'll be giving me your full names and mailing addresses to make my life easy. So, what do we have for
the next
episode?
round?
154.
Yeah.
We have 3 more kits, and we talked about the Airmaster today, and I showed the transformation, and I thought, why don't we just give out some transforming kits, or you know, HG.
And just a reminder to everyone to win.
Yeah.
Kits, you need to go to HobbyLink TV to the 154 post.
Yeah.
And post your love there.
Leave a comment.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one we got here is HG Rezel.
The Rezel.
The Rezel is the part swapper, very similar to the Rezel Type C that we gave away just now, but this one somebody's going to give in the actual Rezel. I built that guy when I was watching episode 1 of Unicorn not so long ago, but I just want to get back into it.
Well, it looks pretty good.
No, I like it. It's a really good HG kit. Yeah. So there you go. That's the first one. Now the second one again is a part swapping HG flight unit type, but it's a little bit extra special.
Ooh, gold.
Because it is. It's the Delta. It's the Delta Gundam, and if you recall, we had an episode of Gunpla TV on the Delta.
I like this Rezel.
Look at this. Thing.
This is a Rezel.
It's not a Rezel. It's a Delta.
It's a Delta.
Similar to the Delta Plus, but look at that. Look at that. Bling, 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 bling.
It's a nice gold. It's not that
and of course,
faux gold.
There's all the parts that you swap around, right? Shoulders and head and everything else. So someone's going to get some
transforms.
Shiny, shiny, shininess. Okay, now the last one's going to top even that one, Ryan. Maybe.
Ooh.
This
Platinum.
A flying mobile suit that can transform. That's going to top an HG Delta. Yeah, I got an MG. I got an Epion. MG Epion. Master Grade Epion. Now this guy, he transforms. You know, we know now. Of course, I've put this guy together and taken him apart and put him together and taken him apart. So you're going to
have some work.
No, put them all back together. Everything's here, and
this guy was awesome.
I really love this guy. Here's just huge wings, and I've got the extra parts and everything else here. Now this guy actually transforms. It's like this dragon when he does his flying. Like if you look at the image there, we showed this on the show here.
Very cool.
Everything should be in there, so whoever wins this gets to transform the Epion. So there you go. Episode 154. Leave a comment. Prizes are good as always. All right, so that wraps it up for this week's episode. Now, next week in Japan is Oban.
Yep.
So we're actually going to be off for almost a week.
Almost a week.
So we're not going to be filming any Gunpla TV. But when we come back, I do have something planned for that. And then August the 28th, I think, is the official release date of the Hainu version Ka Master Grade. We're going to be trying to do a live stream with that in some capacity.
Yeah. We will try our best to get that happening.
Yeah, as we mentioned, live streams are done at a specific time. 2 p.m.
So keep
Thursdays
an eye
Japan
out.
time. So we will try to let you know ahead of time that's coming. But
if you have a calendar, mark the 28th.
Yeah, set your
2
alarm.
p.m.
Wake up,
JST. Maybe we'll be on.
Yeah. We'll be on. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's all I got.
Sweet.
So I'll see you guys after our holiday.
See ya
later.